Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hey y'all, I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
This is episode 187 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you're new here, this is a podcast where we talk about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bikepacking, bike camping, or just playing bikes. Joey, your hair's long and your beard is long.
Yep. Well, you know what to say.
Long hair, long beard?
Yep.
Not gonna go there.
It takes me a lot longer to wash my hair now in the shower.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Do you scrub? You probably, your shampoo budget has probably gone through the
I
roof.
use a lot more shampoo. I forgot shampoo at the store today. Shampoo and almond creamer.
Hey, before we get started, I got a text just earlier this afternoon from a longtime listener who shared with me a story of crisis and recovery, thank goodness. And he asked me to remind everyone that September is Suicide Prevention Month. If you are thinking of any type of self-harm, please call Suicide Hotline. In the U.S., you can call or text the number 988 to reach the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, which is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Until we just looked this up, I looked that up, Joey. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
The 988? I did not know that. Thank you, friend, for sharing this story. Mental health is something that we should all be talking about more openly. I think that's what changes the conversation and allows us to move forward as a society and individually. Friend, keep doing that. Keep moving forward.
Keep on keeping on.
Some good news we have to share now, listeners. If you have been paying attention to the Instagram feed at GTD, you know what I'm getting ready to say. We have
A baby coming.
Could you imagine what a Brian Joey baby would look like? That would be
The
scary.
ugliest baby ever.
Who would actually have to carry the baby? You would.
I would take
you
care
carry
of
the baby.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a new podcast supporter. That's actually the big news. Help us welcome Salt Stick and JoJé Bars to the GTD family. Now, you also would know if you're a regular listener that Salt Stick was key for me at Gravel Worlds for electrolyte recovery. Salt Stick helps athletes maintain performance by replacing a full spectrum of electrolytes lost through sweat in a form and quantity the body can absorb. Now, I used their fast chews.
Yes.
I found them. I cannot put the powder in the water. I just don't like it. I like my water to be water and everything else to be everything else. So I can't do that powdery or the tab things that go in the water. I used their fast chews, and the fast chews dissolve in the mouth, which
The fast chews chose you.
well, they did actually. I mean, it was like ah, everything lined up, and there they were. And I chose the lemon lime flavor, which was perfect because that is my preferred sort of go-to when I use like noon tabs or something like that when I was doing it. But the nice thing about the fast chews is you chew them in your mouth, you don't put them in the water, and it also absorbs through the lining of your mouth, and it allows those nutrients to enter your bloodstream faster. In addition, JoJé Bars, they bring together the right balance of whole food ingredients for sustainable energy, including optimal levels of healthy fats and carbohydrates and nut-based proteins. Now, we got some samples of that in the mail. Was Jess excited to get the package?
She was I didn't know what it was. She was having a bad day yesterday. I said, there's a huge box on the porch for you.
Nice.
She's still very excited opening it up.
Nice. So I don't see I haven't seen what's in the box yet.
It's over there.
But I know that there's JoJé Bars in there, and I'm excited that I have not tried those. And I'm excited to try them. I'm thinking they've got bacon pancake bar.
I had that on the table.
That sounds awesome. That's going to be my first go-to right there. I'm pretty excited about that. And here's the best part. On either the Salt Stick website or the JoJé website, I'll put links to both of those in the website, or in the show notes. When you reach checkout, use the code LOVEYOUBUY for 20% off all items. So once again, you're losing money if you don't go buy some Salt Stick and JoJé bars. It's the thing to do. It's all the cool kids are doing it now, and it works.
Yeah.
And real food and documented performing electrolyte recovery, something we all need. And of course, we'd be remiss, Joey, if we didn't continue to show support for Cutaway USA, offering premium cycling apparel born in the Blue Ridge Mountains. They're an industry leader using innovative fabrics combined with clean and bold designs. Make sure to visit the website at cutawayyusa.com to see all the goods. And when you reach the checkout, use the code GTD20 to take 20% off your entire order. I wore my Ridge Supply floral kit today. Ooh, a flannel kit would be awesome.
Cutaway has done flannel in the past.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. But no, I wore the floral stuff today again, and I just cannot get over how comfortable that jersey is. It just blows me away every time. And you wore it over the weekend. We're going to talk about
I
our
mixed
weekend
it up.
adventure. You had the blue bibs, the solid blue bibs, and with the Cutaway, with the floral kit by Ridge Supply, and that looked really sharp. And don't forget your beats. Graveltravel.com, graveltraveldirt.com/beats to get your beat gummies because man, they work. I'm up to like $1.20 right now in referral fees. I get 15 cents.
You told me to double up my daily intake just so you can get more money.
That's right. Did you get the subscription to the Beats?
No.
Or are you going to let that, like, you're going to try them for the 1 month and then go to the subscription?
Yeah.
Because you can save a couple of bucks, I think, with the subscription. So,
yeah.
Well, you and I had a great week, and I don't have much to randomly talk about. You know, I'm just getting ready for Unpaved. I don't know. Do we have a countdown for the number of days to
Like
Unpaved?
3 weeks.
Man, it's coming in hot.
It's on, it made the board. It's only like it's 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks away technically.
Wow.
It was 3 weeks last Sunday.
You excited about
Saturday.
it? You excited about Unpaved? I am.
Is the ride on? Yeah, the ride's on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a Sunday ride.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I'm hot to go, ready to go. What have you been up to this week?
I've been practicing my master ceremonies voice for that.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
They don't know it yet.
He's going to show up. You're going to bring your own mic.
I'll bring my own megaphone.
You could bring what was
Big old speaker.
The microphone thing, the commercial. Hey, good looking. I'll be back to pick you up later. You can bring your own mic.
Oh, jeez.
Don't listen to that guy over there. Listen to me.
Yeah, it's less than 3 weeks. By the way, you don't do drink of the week.
No.
You drink seltzer.
I'm drinking my seltzer.
So part of we'll talk about it later, but I bought a lot of beer. I had a lot of beer and I brought.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money at a brewery on Saturday after a ride. But Smoketown beer, that's lunch pale sours. It's made with real blackberry. This is delicious. I had some of the best sours there.
That was
Getting
really good.
sour on tap, and then we got those big 32s, and then we split the 32s into 16s.
That was a smart move, I thought.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we both got
you stole them. Well, you didn't steal them, but you robbed them from some guy.
Oh yeah, somebody was looking for them.
And then I got 2 of these because I had this, and then you got the other ones. Beer was delicious. It only took me 3 beers to get pretty buzzed there. After riding, now that was great.
So that is from Smoketown, and what is it called again?
It's the Lunch Pale Sours.
Lunch Pale Sour.
It's delicious.
I did have a taste of it. I did taste yours, and then I went in a different direction.
We're on the cusp of. They had some really good sounding porters and stouts, and they even had Left Hand Nitro
Oh, I saw that.
on tap. I mean, I wouldn't get something like that at a brewery. I'd get their beer, but then I'm not a huge IPA person. Sorry, everybody. And then everyone knows I've been going sours. And I'll go back to this. You know, it's almost Friday will be stout day because it's gonna be like 50 degrees.
Yep.
The night before we left, I rebuilt my Libre.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on doing that, and then the part showed up. So, because I sold the Athos, made a little money, sold my GRX group set to somebody that needed it. I had Rival axis shifters at the store already.
Mhm.
I ordered a GX axis rear derailleur and a wolf tooth chain ring and a cassette, and I had chains, and I rebuilt my bike with 10. It's 1050 because I'll explain that later, but 1050 with a 40 up front, which I'll keep front paved, and I got a 46 coming, so I can do a little bit more flat,
Oh, okay.
more Maryland rides
Yeah.
with that setup and not gear out. And but I'll have a synapse too, but
How hard is that to swap out when you want to swap that 46 and the 40?
it's 4 bolts.
Okay, but it's
Chain ring.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still using my GRX crank and using the wolf tooth chain rings, but
that would be the only thing you have to change.
Yeah.
You don't have to change. Okay.
I'll change a chain with that.
Ah, okay.
But
Okay.
seeing that I've changed a couple chains in my day, I can make quick work of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I did it like way late Thursday, and luckily I had no hiccups because I already cut the cables on the GRX, like cut the hydraulics, and I could refit it all, but it'd be so much work. No, it went together so quick and easy. I still have my dropper on there. It is my Pennsylvania bike. It's my fun bike. Yeah, and then my first ride on it, I didn't even ride around the parking lot. Was on the canal. Well, our bikepacking trip.
It was like straight
5
out of the
miles. Yeah. No, it's flawless. It's axis. There's nothing. Everything's straight. Everything's good. Rabbit is good.
And you're happy with it.
Very happy with it.
Very happy.
It was so nice having that again on that bike. I got like a little bit of carpal tunnel or whatever, probably from 15 years of bike mechanics in my right wrist. So every so often, when I get fatigued, like it really hurts my wrist to shift. So I will say it's like a comfort feature.
Yeah, I will say I can see that on the
Yeah.
on the Roubaix. I noticed, I definitely noticed the difference when I go back and forth between my two bikes, the
Yeah.
electronic system and assistant shifting and the not. It definitely.
It was very nice. I didn't. No, it happened to work. I'm not made of money. It just. Everyone thinks I always play on my bikes, but no, it was very economical. It worked out. I'm very happy with it. I encourage people to try this SRAM. Everyone's always afraid of electric, but other than actually forgetting the battery on Jess's bike on the Virginia gravel,
Mhm.
never had issues with it.
Now that's something that you can just throw a charged battery in.
Yeah,
a
long
bag.
story short, we should have had it. We were just packing for Gravel Worlds for that next day. You guys were leaving like the day or two after. I've been telling Jess to travel long distance with her battery out because it runs on an accelerometer, so I don't want it to kill the battery, and so that way she doesn't have to worry about charging her batteries. And I left it in the car, and her spare was at home in a bag, so usually there's one in the saddlebag.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very easy. I could have very much taken someone else's battery from that ride that was on the ride. Put it in easy gear and kept going, and
that's why I love my Pedal Industries bag. Is I've got
does it have a thing for chargers? Because it was in my it was in my bag.
Yeah, it does. It's got everything's kind of labeled, and then you can kind of add your own things to the list. It's almost like it builds a little mini checklist as you put things in the bag.
It was just a matter of
your shoes,
talking to people. Yeah, like my shoes. Forgot my shoes the other night. No, Libre's ready to ride if I ride unpaved.
What do you mean if you ride unpaved?
I don't know. Father Dave might call him like, "Hey man, we need a master ceremonies." No, I do want it. I don't want to MC. So yeah,
cool.
I'm actually the 50 sounds like it's right up my alley. I'm in decent shape for the 50. The 90's pushing where I'm at right now physically. But I did ride my Hey yesterday. Put some new tires on that.
I saw some pictures on Instagram that look awful.
I went from like Maxxis Ardent races to some pretty aggressive, not over aggressive, but some knobby Specialized tires because I felt like I lacked a little bit.
So it's got the knobs?
Yeah, it's the lump with the knobs. It's got the juice. It's got orange seal in there. I don't like that sand stuff, but yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that was nice. I had so much more confidence riding that.
Nice.
Like there's parts of the lake where it's a little sandy and it's when it's really dry and it's like, all right, I got to come in that a little bit. Not as hot. Versus like I have a lot of grip. I definitely feel the rolling resistance.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have build up with that. And
well, you'll overcome that with, increased endurance and
But I forgot my inhaler yesterday, so I felt it a little bit.
Ooh, yeah.
So I have been doing good when I puff my inhaler before a ride and then right before, like 20 minutes before and then right before, and I'm pretty good for a while, but
nice.
It was warm. It got really warm yesterday and I rode around noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it. And we could talk about our trip, but
well, let's do Strava Club before we get to that.
You have nothing?
Well, I mean, all I've been doing is really just doing big rides, getting ready for unpaved. That's been my. I'm
So
doing.
you're going to do the 120 this year, right?
I'm doing the 90 or whatever that variant is. I am not.
Could you imagine
doing
where
the
like
difference.
you get to Towpath and you're like
Nope.
feeling good? I'm just
Nope.
going for it.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Not even.
Not even.
No?
Not even. Nope.
All right.
Not even considering it. Not even thinking about it. I am very glad that I did it last year. I will not do it again, though. I do not want, need, or desire to push my body to that limit again. I am just fine
We'll see.
with the
See what
95.
peer pressure does.
Nope.
I'm going to get everyone at Popatty to. I'm going to have them reroute you without you knowing.
Oh no, I know the way. I know which way is the way on that one.
All right, Strava Club. We have J.R. Colton from Houston, Texas with 135.5.
Job, JR.
5. Ron Welsh.
I wonder
Mr.
if-
Ron
I
Welsh.
hope nobody shot JR from down in Texas. Remember that? JR? The Dallas show?
No.
I would be scared to have the name JR and live in Texas.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, go ahead. Keep
Uh,
going. Showing my age.
Mr. Welsh from Jacksonville, North Carolina with 235.9.
Nice miles, Ron. Good job, bud.
And then Ryan Wilson from Whitefield, Maine. We hit the whole spectrum today with 178.8.
Yes. Good job, Ryan.
Dang, we only needed 127 to break in top 100 this week, and we're up to 868. I don't know where we're usually sitting. getting there.
That was up from 866. So
I
we picked
mean,
up a couple more. As long as
yeah.
we keep moving upwards, it's all good. And somebody sitting over here on this side of the table was top 10 in the Strava Club last week.
I didn't make top 100. Brian, did you beat Mark Engamasawa?
No.
You were going through. I did this over Mark, and that's stuff how he still got like. But no.
No, Mark's a beast. Mark's always up there.
Mark's way better good looking than you are.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
If you want to join us and compete against Mark in his crazy rides, and Brian, you're just as crazy as he is.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
No, he does big crazy stuff. And he's
got elevation. He's in Pennsylvania.
he also does not let the weather get in the way.
Oh no.
I'm like when it comes like trainer season, I do my miles on the trainer and he's like out there in the frigid, freezing, lose your fingertip.
That was a poke at us and everyone. Everyone's like, "Oh, you don't have like all the northern people from here."
Yeah.
Your elevation. Yeah, well, sorry. Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
All right.
We did have meat and potatoes for dinner.
We had delicious meat and potatoes. I really enjoyed it.
Literally just, that was all technically pre-cooked, whipped up.
It's like some hash kind of potatoes,
Those
like
were just-
little cubes.
Those were Weiss cubed potatoes that you
Delicious.
rinse off really well.
Mm,
Saute
very,
with a little onions and then
very
some.
good. And we all had our vegetables too because there's
Hey, like
cucumber.
2 pieces of cucumber.
Oh, I ate a little bit more cucumber than I love cucumber.
Oh, I do too.
So we did a little weekend trip, and it was a pack event, a Patuxent Adventure Center
Yes.
travel ride, I guess is what you would call it.
Patuxent Adventure Center gravel travel.
Oh, nice. Well done. Well played. I like that. It was a gravel travel.
It was a gravel travel.
Yeah. Where we went up and did the Canal Towpath.
And dirt. We had a lot of dirt.
There was a lot of dirt.
Patuxent Adventure Center and gravel travel dirt.
But three of us, Joey, myself, and Jack, went up and did the little camping thing the night before.
Yep.
And
Beat driving up at like 5 a.m.
Absolutely. And we got to camp just before dark because we had to wait till everybody got off work and it was done for the day.
Yeah, we left a little early, but we hit evening traffic.
God, the traffic getting up there's horrible
Every time.
It's crazy, especially because it always seems like we do that on a
Maybe
Friday
we should
night.
go Thursday nights.
If we go with Thursday
Camp,
night,
and then we'll be ready for Saturday.
be really ready for Saturday.
Yeah.
What was the name of the campground we went to? I don't even remember.
Bald Eagle Island.
Bald Eagle. So we
What
went.
we did a
Brunswick.
year ago next week on like International Train Day. We missed it by a week this year.
Yeah, International Train Weekend is next week.
Whatever it's called.
I don't know what it was, but
Train festival.
I saw the signs for it, and I was like, "Oh my God, thank God it's not this weekend." But you know, it was a lot of fun. You know, we went and got our Chipotle.
Yep.
And
Then we got hot dogs.
we got a pregame dinner. Well, you know, it's going to be a long drive, and then once you get to Brunswick, because we were pushing the daylight thing, it was like all hands on to kind of like throw everything together.
My bike was already put together.
Mine was mostly too. Mine was mostly.
You were nice
too.
enough to put it in your truck.
Yeah, it
That
was.
was
We were all kind of like ready to go at sort of the same time. But it's so easy when you're only going 5 miles
and Crocs.
You know, you don't have to worry too much about anything because, quite honestly, if you as long as you got the mainstays, a tent, something to sleep on, and something to sleep in, you're good. And as long as you didn't forget your burrito, oh, that would have been a nightmare to forget your burrito.
I would have killed one of those owls and ate it.
We had owls that night. Well, anyway, that's a little bit later. So we ate our thing, and then we got a big, nice fire going. You brought some little fancy lights for the table, which if you're watching Instagram, you saw just a super fun picture of Joey in his natural state with little lights. It really was a great picture of you with you. It looked like your beard was glowing with the little lights underneath of it. That was a lot of fun.
It was glowing.
And then there were owls. I have never, ever heard that many owls. I guess it was about midnight they started chiming off.
Yeah.
And
they sounded like monkeys. I had to Google that. Owls, barn owls that sound like monkeys. It's a real thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You did look it up?
Oh, yeah.
Because they were like, it was like a crazy...
It's like monkeypox is out. Someone got bit.
Monkeypox is coming to get the owls. That was wild. I tried...
Freaky waking up, too.
I tried really hard to like record the audio of the owls.
Wait.
Yeah. That's an owl?
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
I put in YouTube owls that sound like monkeys, and that's it's a barred owl.
So they were barred owls. That's what they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were right next to the tree next
And
to
it went on for like an hour. It seemed like it went on for an hour. It just went on for a very long time. And they would be further away, and then they would come back again.
There was multiples.
There was lots of owls.
I mean, not in the trains. I actually slept really good. I'd wake up for a second and go back to sleep.
Once one thing with Bald Eagle Islands.
There was two after we went to sleep.
Were there?
Yeah.
But they seem like they settled down after.
You woke me up louder at 4:30 if you
I don't ever sleep
They
much.
settled down, but I think there was two while we went to bed.
Yeah.
Between midnight and 5.
Well, that was a lot of fun. We jumped up early in the morning and
We didn't rush. Like
No.
we all naturally got up at 6:30,
As
7
soon as the
o'clock.
sun comes up, you hear one person kind of bouncing around, then you just naturally kind of wake up. 6:30, 7 a.m., something like that. And we made it back to Brunswick in time to meet folks at
Beans in the Belfry.
Beans in the Belfry. If you've not been to Beans in the Belfry in Brunswick, it's worth the trip just for the views because it's really cool, like an old church that has been converted.
We even sat in a church pew at a table.
We did at a coffee shop. It had a very Friends kind of like coffee shop feel with a big red sofa. I wanted to sit on the big red sofa.
I wanted to take a black light to that first.
Nobody wants to sit on the soft furniture in the age of COVID.
It wasn't like gross like that. It's a big pit stop for C&O riders.
Yeah, so
There's
there's
sweaty butts.
a lot of gross stuff going on in that. Yeah, I can imagine. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. It was just really cool to the stained glass windows
Always
and
pretty.
they kept the balcony that's in the back that was like sort of like the part of the church, and then it's like they've even got the like pulpit and the risers up at the front. And it's just neat. And
There's a bathtub full of their drinks, full of ice.
I had a nice pastry and a very fluffy croissant and egg sandwich. It took a little while to get it.
Yeah, so the only thing is I misjudged how, I wouldn't say slow, but I said we'd be out by 8:30 and we were out by 9.
They were just really busy, and I guess it's a Saturday morning. Lots of
Weather
people
was
on
nice.
bikes, beautiful weather coming in, and so that kind of flubbed the timeline, I guess, a little bit for the day, but not too much. People were chill with it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a roll your own adventure kind of day, and it was 2 hours out, and we stuck to that. I know you stopped a little bit ahead of that and turned around because you wanted to go back into Harper's Ferry and take some pictures.
Yeah, I was. I've been really good at not overdoing it and pushing myself.
So it's good.
So I turned around where I thought I was going to be fine to get back.
And there were some folks on the front that wanted to go a little further, and we kind of got suckered into that a little bit, and we went a little further, but we didn't go as far as some folks did. I think some folks went all the way out like 32 and a half, and
I turned around into 18. you guys turned around at what, 28?
Yeah, 28ish.
Yeah.
Something like that. 27, 28, somewhere right in that ballpark.
Yeah.
But it was really more. The timing worked out from the time that we left, because it was probably more like 9:15 that we actually rolled out onto the towpath.
Yeah.
So we turned around about 11 or 11:15. So we kind of
Yeah, I had a rendezvous time at the brewery.
Yeah. So it was a 2 hour out, 2 hour back, and it didn't take as long to get back. A little.
I got
shorter.
back so fast.
Yeah, because
I got back to the point where after sitting on Harper's Ferry, I rode past Brunswick to get like 43 miles. I don't know. I still rode a little bit and only waited about a half hour for you guys. You guys were cooking.
what was your impression of canal conditions?
It's too dry.
Yeah,
Mostly dry.
yeah.
No, it was. I think everything was great
Fast.
besides the people around Harper's Ferry. There's so many Boy Scouts.
Did you have a lot of people when you came back through Harper's Ferry?
Yeah, there must have been 40 bikes. There was 2 scout troops. No offense, being an Eagle Scout, but I finally found a little quiet place just downriver a little bit and had it to myself for like 5 minutes.
Mm.
And then I had, because I wanted to eat my Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah.
And then everyone just came in like mad. So
Well, that's such a scenic section right there around
Beautiful.
Harper's Ferry. With you see all the rocks and the water, and it really is nice. It's always really crowded because people go to Harper's Ferry, they walk across. But I was pleasantly surprised at how little foot traffic there was when we came back through. But I'm gonna tell you that new surface that they started putting down a couple of years ago has really aged well.
yeah, because at first it was pretty mushy and it was tough. I thought like it was softer.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, this kind of sucks.
It felt like you were in, like, you would get concrete, like the dust.
Yeah, and then we rode it one time, during or after the rain or something, and it just was like cement.
Yeah, it was hard to get off the bike, but there were sections this weekend that I thought actually felt like hardtop. You could easily have done that on 28s.
I saw one person go out on a specialized tarmac.
Mm.
That it was an older one that doesn't clear anything bigger than 28s. And while we were at the brewery, before the brewery, we were getting ready to go to the brewery. There was a guy that left on a specialized shiv, which is
Really?
a tri-bike.
Are you sure he was actually heading onto the towpath?
Oh, I saw him go on the path.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well,
Um,
it could handle it. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
There were spots. Then now, once you got a little further north,
Past Shepherdstown, right?
past Shepherdstown, there was some damage, I guess, and some really soft spots in places where some gravel had kind of,
He graduated basic obedience school last night, believe it or not.
I saw you posted. You posted on Instagram a picture of Blake with his certificate.
He's so good at dog glass. He's so good here, but I don't know.
It's almost like as soon as the microphones get turned on, he turns into whiny dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, too, because you're right. We'll sit here and eating dinner and having a conversation, and he will not make a sound.
Sleep.
He sleeps. As soon as it's like he hears us with podcast voice. Maybe it's podcast voice. Do we have podcast voice?
Podcast voice.
Podcast voice.
Yeah.
He just kind of goes nuts. But the condition I thought was really, really.
Yep.
It was just such a beautiful day. The weather was perfect. You're in the shade still because the leaves haven't all come down. The towpath wasn't covered with leaves like sometimes it can get later in the fall, so you can't see things. But
I tell you, I saw like a 6-foot black snake when I was riding past Brunswick.
no,
Scared the crap out of me. It was in the middle of the trail.
Yeah.
Oof.
Snakes don't bother me. You didn't hit it, did you?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I won't do that. I'm more afraid if I hit it, it'll fling up into my body. So no.
I can't stand it when people.
Last week when I rode it, I saw a dead copperhead on the trail though.
That one I might run over.
I won't. Same reason. I'd be afraid to fling it up.
Yeah, it might actually pop up. So really, really nice day, gorgeous conditions, and then
Weather was beautiful.
It was.
Oh, we just said that. Sorry.
It couldn't have been any better. It couldn't have been. It was.
We woke up. I did put my puffy on for like 5 minutes to be like, the first time of the year, but it was nice. This weekend's gonna be. You're gonna need a vest on Saturday's ride. Well, you won't be here, but
Yeah. It was the perfect sleeping weather overnight because I never got cold, but I also
never
didn't,
got hot.
I
didn't get cold.
didn't have to sometimes I'll wake up and have to like add like something.
Yeah, like your toes get cold or something.
Yeah, and I didn't have to do any of that. I always sleep with my socks on. I'm afraid of like.
Oh, you do that? No, I can't.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
one of those people, huh?
When no, not at home.
Oh.
When I'm camping, though, I sleep with my socks on.
If I know it's going to be cold.
To jump up and run out that tent real quick. Which, the older you get.
That's why I got 2 doors. I was telling Jack, he's like, "Why do you have a second door?" I'm like, "Well, everything goes on this side."
That's
the other morning, I just rolled over and.
Yeah, I miss having my downsized bike packing tent, the whatever it is, quarter dome.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the second door.
Oh, the one doesn't have the 2 doors?
One doesn't have the 2
Dang.
doors. And
One's a P door and one's a get in and out door.
I really do miss having 2 doors, a
Oh.
door on either side. That's one thing about my half dome that I really like is having the entries on either side. But that is a big tent. It's
I could sew them together for you.
So the 2 of them together,
It'd be half
What have
and
you
quarter.
guys-
It'd be, what
it
would
would be
it-
3/4 dome.
Yeah.
They make a 3/4. I don't know. I think they just go to a half dome.
Uh,
Yeah, that's the one thing I miss in that tent. Now you use the 2-person quarter
Has 2
dome,
doors.
which has 2 doors.
Which has enough room for Joey.
Yeah, it's really tight. The 1-person quarter dome, but it's so light and
Yeah.
it packs so small. But yours. I don't know where you put your tent, but you didn't seem like yours.
I have no space issues.
Yeah,
Under 3 pounds.
I can't remember what I'm at. I think it's just over 2. So it's like
I have just enough room to be spacious. I don't think I would ever put 2 people in mine.
oh god no.
Unless it was me and
I
Jess.
wouldn't
and then
put 2 people in a half dome.
after I slept, me and Wes have slept a couple times in his 2-person.
No, I can't sleep with another person in a tent. That's just it's too much. You know how much your
Body heat?
how body heat, but also like the condensation.
Yeah.
You put off so much with it, like 2 liters of condensation. I think that's that much is what overnight is what you breathe out. That's why your tents are always so doggone wet.
I never flipped my vent up like you did.
I opened my
I
vent.
forgot.
And I opened the top. That's one nice thing about the quarter dome is that you can open the door at the top.
Yeah.
And I've not been able to do that until my most recent variant of my half dome. My older half dome, you couldn't vent the top by opening the door. You had to rely just on the little vents.
Oh.
And I had my little fan. Y'all were making fun of my
Oh,
fan.
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I have my little fan that kind of helps with condensation. Run it real low all night, and it just kind of keeps the air moving around.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to the ride, at the end of the ride, we went to Smoketown Brewery. Or is it Brewing?
Smoketown Brew. I don't know.
Brewing. Right there in Brunswick. But
Block away from Beans in the Belfry.
what a deep
Smoketown Brewing Station.
beer menu they had.
Holy Toledo. I got to
Yeah.
post that on GTD.
A little bit of everything.
That was one of the best post-ride. I've done it before years ago, but not with a group.
Mm.
Me and Wes have done it when there's like 2 of us. I don't remember it being like that.
We tried to go that one time, and it was closed.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be open, but they
That
were
was so
closed.
much fun.
Was that COVID? That was before COVID.
Maybe it was COVID. No, it was pre-COVID.
It was pre-COVID. It was
We ended up at some weird,
little like
I don't know what that was.
I don't know, some other
It
place.
was with Tanya and
Yep.
Rothrock crew.
All those Happy Valley women's cycling.
Man, it was
Down and joined us.
big open garage bays, big open kids running around, tents up,
Dogs. There were dogs. I like that. I like that a lot. I just
women in
moo-moos.
yeah, it was it was very we're almost in West Virginia.
It was a great, and they had good food like finger food.
Oh yeah, the food was like, I think post ride with beer, it was like store bought taquitos that hit the spot,
Yeah.
but they cooked. Like, it was nice. The queso destroyed me, but we got queso. It was bar food.
Yeah, but it was bar,
good.
It was bar finger food.
It didn't stop us from going to Sheets after, but
Nope, I'm getting me some hot dogs covered
Uh-huh.
and slathered in mustard.
Mustard. Getting someone else's order.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I ordered 1 hot dog without mustard. I got 2 hot dogs with mustard.
That's a good this or that. 1 plain hot dog or 2 free.
Now,
One free.
I had never had at the Sheets was the pretzel roll on the hot dog.
That's good.
It was really good. Really, really, really good. On point. But getting back to Smoketown, if you get a chance, that's a place to check out. in Brunswick.
Yeah, just if you're lactose intolerant, don't get the queso.
So, to recap the whole thing, what a weekend. We went, had a little bike packing, a little camping, had a campfire, had some fun, had some Chipotle, actually packed in some beers too.
Packed in I panicked, bought Calvert Brewing, one of their Adventure IPA, which me and Jack aren't IPA people. You're not.
I'm not an IPA, but
No.
you get one beer and you're at camp and you pack.
Yeah, and I had a flask that you
It's gonna
spilled
taste
half
good.
of.
I did not. Okay, now maybe
So
we should
here's-
ask listeners
this
to
is the
chime
debate.
in on this. I took a hit off the flask, but you handed it to me.
Open.
Yeah, and I set it.
Yeah, like
back
here you
down.
go, like a.
But it's dark. I didn't even know, so I set it back down. But then Joey knocked it over.
No. It was on the table,
It
open
was
still.
on the table.
You touched it last.
I admittedly
Touched it last.
I left it open, but you're the one that knocked it over.
No,
So who
when
spilled
I
it?
sat up, the table unbalanced.
Oh, you didn't hit it?
No, the table just
Oh.
rocked.
See, I thought so. I'll take full blame. I'll take full blame.
That's all I wanted. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll take full blame. I thought you hit it.
It was
and
just
fell
bullet.
over.
I mean,
Not much came out.
not much.
There was still some left.
There was enough to have a couple little cups of it. And
There was a definitely a pull that came out. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was it's a little stand. It was enough with some Benadryl.
So
I went to sleep really well.
there's no debate then. There's no debate. That's totally. I'll take total. I'll take
it now.
No, I'll take total blame
Okay,
for that
that's
one.
fine. You
I
take
should
it.
have closed it back up after I was done with it.
No, it's great. Jack's
Um,
never been Jack's first gravel ride this year, like real gravel ride or any type of gravel ride, was Grinduro, which he came in like 11th place or something or
Did he
something.
really?
Yeah, overall.
Awesome.
And then he's never bike packed. We went to the canal Labor Day Monday. That was his first canal trip, and we've been talking for like probably since last year we went up to Bald Eagle Island and did the same thing last October. To go, he's a big overlander, so Jack's got like every bell and whistle for car camping, but this was his first, whatever you can bring on your bike.
He adapted well.
Yeah.
He adapted well.
It was a lot of fun. I think he had a blast.
I hope so.
He rode pretty far with you guys.
I think he was ready for that ride to be over. It was he told me it's his longest gravel ride that he's done.
Yeah.
And I could tell sort of at the end, you don't stand up that much. He
Yeah.
was ready for that ride to be over.
Yeah,
But he's great. He's great. Strong rider.
Very strong.
rider.
So yeah, it was his first bike packing. He already signed up for Croatan. He's going down with our group to
Oh,
Croatan.
cool.
We're all going to drive separately to Croatan, so we all sleep in our cars. We all got tents, but it was. I think we should have had him on for like 20 minutes to talk about his first bike packing experience, but we'll do another one. I took like 5 seconds of video and never did anything with it. I took more than that.
I took some pictures and stuff and posted some things.
Yeah, I posted a lot of pictures. I love pictures.
About it.
I left my real camera in the car and I left my real shoes down here. So thankfully, Mr. Tom Stewart, who lives a mile away, while we were riding to camp, I'm like frantically texting Jess. I'm like, I need my shoe. We have so many like cycling shoes in the house. Like I need my, my
Oh, you had to describe exactly which one.
black S for recon, all that. And then she put them on the porch because I didn't know what her plans were. Tom grabbed them Friday night, and then he met us in the parking lot with them on Saturday morning, started the riding Crocs.
That would have sucked.
It wouldn't have been horrible because it was flat. Like
Yeah,
it
but
was
still.
because of the pedals. Like if I had flat pedals,
Yeah.
I have mountain bike that
Oh,
12
you
miles one night, no issues.
Yeah, you can do that, but
When they're in
actually
sport mode, but
having SPD.
not on SPDs. It was okay for camp for the 10 miles total.
Yeah.
But it was nice having it. So thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom also has been sporting our GTD cutaway kit the last 2 gravel rides.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Big fan of it, he says.
Yep.
I got those new Pro 4 cargo bibs that match really well with the new coastal
cutaway.
kit.
The cutaway.
The Cutaway Pro 4 cargo bibs, which I love, which they're the upgraded version of ours. They have a little more compression. Those are so comfortable. I feel like I'm naked on there, but
Woo!
match is really good. Doesn't hold in my little pooch, my little beer belly. I don't have a beer belly. I just have a little belly. It's not even a beer belly. I don't drink enough beer. But no, I love that. That was a good combo.
Yeah, it looked good. The blues match.
It's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice blue because it's hard to get a blue. They're blue bibs. They're dark blue.
Mhm. They couldn't have played any more well
Yeah,
than
Philip
with
did that on purpose.
That floral kit.
Thank you, Philip.
Hands down. Easy. Great.
No, I think that's our weekend wrap up. I shotgunned that build and Luckily, I'm decent, and my mechanical abilities, the bike was fine. No
So-
issues.
We should actually do at some point an overnight, maybe open it up for Patreon or something.
I've been wanting to do like that, the same thing we did exactly, but as a pack trip for people that want to try it.
Good. It would be a great one to
Good
try.
practice. And did you know there's a campsite not far north either?
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
if this guy is listening, there's someone, maybe he was too afraid, and maybe we were way too famous for him, but we got to our campsite. He was outside of his tent when we were like on the canal, and like he like ran away. And like hid in his tent, and you could hear him shuffle around forever. And was in there and probably came out right when we left. I think Jack heard him get up when we pulled out of camp.
I don't know that there was really a person there. Just
It was weird. Like I had a fourth beer. We had a fire going. Like we're a jolly bunch. I mean, I wasn't worried. We were three burly dudes. I wasn't worried that he was going to like come out with an axe.
It was. I don't think we were loud, and we
were very respectable.
we cut it at like it was before 10 o'clock when we doused the fire.
9:58.
Yeah, we
We
doused
didn't
the
really
fire.
doubt. I
and-
had to pee on it.
Yeah, we did douse it. We spread it,
Yeah.
and it was gone. It was out.
We
By the time
camped.
we
Jack
did
is from California.
Yeah. So enough said. You want to make sure that fire's out in California, if they even allow them. I don't even know that they allow them now. Want to give a shout out to Larry. Did Roland Cole finish second in his age group?
Rolling colon.
Yep. Good job, Larry. That's a strong finish. And didn't Kelly Catali just rode
Worlds.
over in Denmark, I want to say. Where was it?
I believe Denmark.
I think
Yeah.
that's where it was. Strong finish for her. I know that I read her Instagram post. She was not as excited about the finish as she could have been, but man, she represented. She did a great job.
Finished.
And kudos.
Finished strong.
Yep, finishing strong and representing. So thank you, Kelly, for doing that, and thank you for being
Thank you.
a badass. Appreciate that.
Yes.
And then also, have you seen any of Cynthia Frazier's follow-ups to Badlands? I saw her food rundown and some of the things that she learned off of it was really cool. You know, I thought it was funny, like probably wasted an hour and a half or 2 hours waiting for food in bars in a country where being speedy with food is not necessarily something that concerns them.
What was her time gap? Did Lael Wilcox come in first?
Lael Wilcox was first.
And Cynthia was second, right?
Yeah, Cynthia was second. I want to say that would not have made a difference. I can't remember offhand what the number was, but there was a gap. There was a gap. And Lael's just such a beast. Yeah. Nah. You want to do some this or that's?
Yes.
Okay. Joey, would you rather have a pre-ride beer or a post-ride coffee?
Father Dave might be very mad at me for this one. So I'd like to clink him before a ride. But I think I would rather have a post-ride coffee followed by a beer. I don't see drinking a beer in the morning doing too well for Joey. But a post-ride coffee?
I've done the pre-ride beer, and I've done the pre-ride early morning beer too.
Not before. I've done a beer like when you're out fishing with a guide, and you start drinking like at 8 or 9 o'clock.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about starting to drink. I'm just talking about like I kind of like that taste. So I'm definitely going to go with a pre-ride beer, early morning pre-ride.
You don't
beer.
drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't. Well, you could substitute coffee for a tea or something, I think, post-ride. But I think I definitely would do the pre-ride beer. Salad dressing, Italian or Caesar?
Ooh, I'm a Caesar fan.
Yeah?
I like Italian women.
Do you?
Jess is a Italian Jersey woman. No, I used to be a huge Caesar or huge Italian. I like both, but I like a nice Caesar salad.
Mhm.
Like just enough Caesar to coat.
With
but
the
not like-
sardines? With sardine?
No,
Oh, see? That's how you really make
just enough.
salad.
Like you get a little bit on everything, but it's not like doused in it.
Uh-huh.
And you get a nice little Parmesan and
Yeah.
croutons.
We're going to agree on this one. I am a
But
Caesar
I
salad.
like cucumbers with Italian, just cucumbers and Italian dressing.
You was in there eyeballing that.
That's what I'm doing after
cucumbers.
this. I'm gonna eat it like popcorn
Yeah.
before I eat my popcorn.
So I think we're going to agree on this one. Caesar salad,
Yeah.
hands down. Potatoes or pasta for your carbs?
I like a good skillet sauteed potato. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
or just a nice, because it's got to be cool enough, you just had just like a boiled potato?
Mhm.
Not like, I know you got
Oh,
your
yeah.
skillet potato, but like you walk up and there's like a bucket of boiled salty potatoes. Yeah, you've had those on
We had
all
those
your
on
trips. Yeah, adventure
Empire State
cycling
Ride,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Big
Um,
pan full of potatoes covered in kosher salt and butter.
I'm probably gonna go with potatoes. I love pasta and I will overdo a pasta every day.
Pasta
Like,
kind of heavy. It kind of
it's heavy.
sits
I
on
love
ya.
it. I'm gonna douse it in Alfredo or something that's not gonna do well for my stomach. So
So, folks, if you're local, if you're one of our Calvert County listeners, Southern Maryland listeners, then you
if you want to
know
drive down from wherever,
it might actually be worth it. You definitely know Mom and Pop's liquor store at the corner of Williams Wharf and Brooms Island Road. I was in there the other day and I noticed they had the little like buffet bar, which I've never really paid that much attention
I've
to.
never looked at because I never thought about eating there.
I would never even. I've never even.
You're
been in
still
my
alive.
mind. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I eyeballed that they had like a big pan of fried potatoes, and it was $4 for a big container. I've sent you pictures of the big
Oh, yeah.
container of potatoes, and dude, they are some of the best potatoes I have had. Fried potatoes. They're chunked and they're crispy on the outside, but
Mhm.
soft on the inside.
Cooked
And
on a flat top, probably.
just the right amount of onions, and the onions are well done. They're like soft, but not mushy.
Yeah.
Not mushy. They still got a little bit of crunch to the onion. But you got to get there before noon. Apparently, that's what time they typically disappear. There's only one pan a day. And I'm going to tell you, perfect bike food. I used to get like, I go in there and get a little caffeine drink and a bottle of water, and I would usually get some sort of a carb pastry thing or something. But now every day I just walk in and they immediately make a beeline back to the buffet booth and scoop me out some taters. Because I'm going to tell you what, dude, they are legitimately.
You say you had some today?
I had some today.
Jeez.
No, I didn't have some today. I had some yesterday. Gary's
Gary's gonna be like, Brian, you're spending all our money on potatoes.
Potatoes. These are worth it. So if you've never tried them, yeah, give it a shot. So I'm right there. You said potatoes too, because pastas can sit too heavy.
I love like, it's not that I don't love. I love pasta way more than potatoes, but I'll not for pre-ride or mid-ride.
So we disagreed on the pre-ride beer, but we lined up on the dressing and lined up on the potatoes. Here's the last one, Joey. Actually preparing for unpaved or just riding in blind.
What does just riding in blind mean?
I haven't even given a thought to, like, I'm riding my bike, I'm doing my thing, but I'm not really thinking about like what the unpaved effort's going to take and trying to train up to it. So you're just going to go
feel
and
like
wing it.
That was a closer version of what I did last year. Like, I definitely haven't like unpaved prepped this year because of the health stuff, but I can wing the 50.
Yeah.
But last year, I think I wanted to ride. I don't want to say blind, but I don't think prepared either. Like, we did some longer rides, and I just like doing long rides last year. Longs, 50, 60, 70. But I mean, I think that's all you really need if you can keep up with that to do the 90 and plus.
Yeah.
But I think just having the fitness and going blind is
Enough.
Yeah. Like, I know you ride a lot, and I know you're prepping for unpaved, but you kind of just always sit in that like nice, always not always in shape, but always in shape.
I try to stay there.
Yeah.
I try to stay in
Always
right
there.
shape, no matter what time of the year, what time of the season. I've been preparing for unpaved, but it's so hard for us. We can't prepare for.
We could do all the climbing every weekend in the ranch, down here, but it's not the same type of climbing.
It's not the same. It's just not going to.
We drive 3-4 hours. We drive 3 hours up to Mishu or Skyline or something, and then.
Well, I came back from Gravel Worlds. I had every intention of like at least once a week going over and doing a little loud and something just to kind of like get a little something on gravel and climbing, and I didn't do it. It's just time, man. It's tough. Time is super tough. So while I'm preparing for unpaved, in a way, it is kind of blind in the sense that there's no way I can mimic those conditions. I can prepare with saddle time, which is what I've been doing long rides, big efforts, and as much elevation as I can possibly do. I haven't been really focused on, I'm not trying to do things fast. I'm not going out and like trying to blaze KOMs, and not that that's the kind of riding I do anyway, but I've just been doing steady, long, saddle time efforts. So hopefully that's enough. Yeah. So
And I'm not like the thing I like about unpaved is, I mean, we're not numbers people, me and Jess. Like, you just say you got unpaved. People are like, what did you do? It's like what
yeah.
Barron posted last year with it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that got me the most last year when we were leaving the Memphis Marathon. Is you're wearing a shirt and people always like, did you do the marathon? Like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have just as much fun. People are gonna ask me, did you do like you did unpaid or unbound? Like, did you do the 200?
You know what I would like to introduce? And Dave, if you're listening, how about an unpaved scavenger hunt?
Yeah.
So you've got to have a pierogi at Popatty. You've got to have Swedish fish at the ranch.
Limited out the people that doing the 50 and fun paved.
Well, you would have a different scavenger hunt for each level.
Yeah.
And you just snap a little picture and that goes on your Strava and you've completed the unpaved scavenger hunt. Dave, if you're listening,
see if you can find the Brett Chatterton.
see if you can find Dave in a chameleon suit.
Oh, it's not a chameleon.
I don't know what it is. It's a lizard. What is it? Dave's
when you said chameleon, I just lost a. It's like the state gecko of
the hellbender.
Hellbender, yeah.
Salamander, hellbender, salamander. Yeah. So let's make our own unpaved scavenger hunt. Can we do that? Dave, can we do that?
You should do it for like the festival and all the day before.
Yeah, we're gonna have. So you've got to have a picture with some kettle corn. You've got to have a picture with Kelly Catali. You've got to have, all of these things. We'll make up a list. We're gonna do the GTD/unpaved scavenger hunt. And we'll do one for each distance. I will consult with Father Dave.
It's either scavenger hunt or like you gotta go to the Woolly Worm. You gotta do the Kelly pre-ride. You gotta go to the fun pave party. All this good stuff. You gotta punch out a ticket from supporting a local business in town with food.
Oh yes, excellent.
Yeah.
Picture with
way too late to do it this year.
No, I don't think it is.
Oh yeah, just add it on their schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll be the unofficial GTD.
Unofficial gets a set of used tires from Brian.
I got a lot of them.
Yeah,
I give you those old Renee hearses that I'm just too scared to put back on my bike.
Oh jeez.
I still got them.
You can sell those for almost full pop.
No, I don't think so.
Some hipster will buy them.
No, I don't think so.
I'll buy them.
Will you buy?
It'll be me.
I would give them to you, Joey. Oh, I forgot to bring you I was going to bring you that little burrito bag. You were going to make
I actually I was selling little ditty bags this morning.
Yeah.
Zippers are expensive.
Yeah.
I paid $6 per zipper yesterday, and I couldn't find them any better in person.
But what's the difference between a cheap zipper and a good zipper, though?
Well, there's different levels of zippers. You have fashion zippers, and you got parka zippers, and you got sport zippers, and you got coil over zippers. I can get into a zipper talk with you.
Oh my goodness!
I like the balance. So right now, from what I can get out of my local sewing shop, there's a sport style zipper that's pretty heavy duty, but not overkill.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the parka zippers are, they're jacket style zippers.
What about waterproof?
That I don't have access to here. And as I get better with sewing, but these are little ditty bags. Okay. So it's not until I sew a burrito bag or I do a couple with, the $5-6 zippers. Because I think the waterproof one's a little bit more.
I will donate my little, I don't even know who makes it. I got a little burrito bag. You can deconstruct it if you want.
No, I'm pretty good at I'll flip it inside out. I'll do a bunch of stuff, but I'm not going to rip. I don't need to rip stuff apart, which I've been pretty good. It's like tying flies. Flies are like that.
You should be able to see it if you know kind of what you're doing.
You kind of get an idea once you, yeah.
Well, I want a Joey original. What's the name of your bag's going to be?
I'm not doing that.
Oh, you're not doing that?
If you want a really good quality bag, you're going to go buy a Nittany Mountain Works bag. But if I need little custom size here, this or that for.
Or like Jack was talking about with sewing.
Yeah, he needs something for his Nittany roll down book bag.
One bag, sewing one bag, attaching one bag to another bag.
He wants a little.
He wants a
bag
feed
he
bag.
can put on his daisy chain of his Nittany backpack. But I need little for my cables and stuff. I already use my Nittany ditty bags, but then I take them away because I use those bike packing and regular riding.
Oh, Evan, if you're listening, that would be a fun way to do that. Some sort of little molly panel where you could attach all the bags together into a bag system. So you could have the Nittany Mountain Works, the roll top backpack thing.
Yeah.
And then you could attach some feed bags onto the back side of it and some sort of attachment system where you could then,
but I run daisy chain down it.
put a little wallet, put a little burrito bag up above that, and you're gonna have like all sorts of fun with
I
that.
have that coming for my car tomorrow.
That would be a pretty cool
That
little-
overlanding like
Yeah.
seat backer for like
that
big old 40-ounce Nalgene's and stuff. Yeah.
We're just full of great ideas. We got ideas for unpaved. We've got we're just so full of ideas. None of them are any good, I'm sure.
I like the scavenger hunt.
That'll be fun.
You get a whoopie pie if you.
You gotta find somebody that's in a previous year's unpaved kit. That would be something that you could do. So all sorts of fun stuff you could do. All right, you got anything else before we shut this one down?
No,
Joey?
I'm giving away a black lab after this episode if anyone wants them.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear him or not, but he is just going absolutely bonkers upstairs.
Jess doesn't like. She just stares at him. Like throw something to him.
Play with him.
She won't play with him. She'll just watch him stare and send me a video.
Okay. Thank you, Cutaway. Thank you, Salt Stick JoJé Bars, for all of the support that all of you folks, you fine folks, give to the podcast. We very much appreciate the support of our corporate supporters. Our I don't
Local
like that.
corporate.
I don't like that word corporate supporter. I like GTD family.
Small, yeah, I mean,
Our business family supporters.
Cutaway is Philip.
Yeah. I know,
small
but
business.
it just sounds very, I don't know.
GTD family.
GTD support family. We got our listeners over on Patreon supporting us, and we've got these fine, and we only have folks that support the podcast that.
Oh, I got a good way to help
we've
support the
used.
podcast.
Yeah.
Jess isn't here. I ordered a new Kona Sutra frame for next year's Color Wave, which I probably won't get till the springtime. Should do a listener supported built.
Ooh.
I'll make a Frankenbike or whatever people have.
Oh, so like they have like extra parts laying around. Like send us your
parts.
Send us your clap.
I don't know how.
I got some Renee Hurst tires. I'll give
There
to
you go. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a fun bike. It'd be the bike I'd use this weekend.
I'm on the bike.
It's not the bike I'm gonna take on paved, but I'll do the canal and riding around town and
Like it.
St. Mary's Lake with it. But
Put a battery on it. Make it an e-bike.
no, God. No. Oh, I have Cannondales in my store now. I never talked about, but
Yeah,
I got some e-bikes today.
I told you I rode behind the shop today and I saw Cannondale
I was saving those
boxes.
for the high school homecoming. I don't know what they're doing with all the cardboard, but
Oh, they're probably making floats.
oh yeah,
Yeah, they're making floats.
Yeah.
And then you went out and saved somebody that was like out behind the shop today.
oh yeah. I thought I literally found a dead body, totally unresponsive.
She was just taking a
Called the
nap.
cops in the fire department. No, she was taking a nap on something.
Taking a nap.
She was napped out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt. If you enjoyed the podcast, support our podcast folks at Cutaway.
Hey, I gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Salt Stick.
I gotta go talk to FedEx.
JoJé Bars. Yep, Joey's out. Folks, if you're looking to contact us, the way you can do that, since Joey's not here anymore, graveltraveldirt.com, Instagram at MidAtlanticGTD. You want to find me personally on Instagram at BNRains. You can find Joey at JoeySikorsky24 and Jess is at Jess_Santora. Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt is recorded this week from right here in Joey, Jess, and Blake's kitchen. Thanks for riding along. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others. And for myself, Joey, and Jess, love you, bye.